My name is Dakara.
And I'm Cupcakes.
And I'm Stillwaters.
Welcome to Tea with Cubes.
Now, Generation Y is what, from 1980s to the mid 1990s. They now have Generation Z.
Same generation.
We now have Generation Z. Hello. You now have Generation Z that's from the mid 90s to, and that's right. And they now have your post millennials. You are okay now. Here, yes. Let's dive into this.
But she's not Generation Z.
No, wait. Now that's why I said let's dive into this. So she is.
Actually, can we define the millennial? Because it's easy for us to say, those entitled millennials, and then remove us from the group. But guess what? We are millennials.
But I'm
if you are born after 1980, between 1980 to 1996, you're defined as a millennial. You're considered a millennial.
Yes,
that's what she just said.
And that generation. Why?
No, she's talking about generation. I'm talking about millennial. Total, because millennials, you can still kind of break them up between Generation Y and Generation Z. That's what I'm trying to put out here.
But from the 1980s to the 2000s, you're millennials. Yeah. Just you have your different generations.
Right.
So, if we have to now break it down, we four are Generation Y. But here's my but. No, wait now, and this is where I'm going to agree with her. Me, okay, I don't know about you two, but I'm on the good side of the Generation Y, where I'm not entitled, but
you don't feel entitled.
This one right here, she is more close to the Generation Z in terms of what they do and how they act and everything,
because we are with the times and everybody doesn't want to be old and sitting at home doing old things.
So what? So
what exactly are old things?
Please enlighten us. What is an old?
What are old things? Whatever it is that people are trying to segregate is an old thing. Because Kiki out here trying to kick me to the curb, talking about what they do.
But I'm not trying to kick you to the curb. You just said right now that you consider yourself a Generation Z.
Because I am.
You see,
but you're not.
But you're not,
according to the statistics.
Okay.
Wait, but are you saying that Generation Z is more enlightened? No.
Okay, wait.
Or they're more fashion forward? No, I think they're forward. Happier.
They are more forward.
They're forward.
I think they're more aggressive.
Yeah, more what's the word I'm looking for? More understanding, like when it comes in the sense of like that.
In sense of what?
You can say bold. I don't know. Not even bold, but what I'm talking about is when you're talking about things that are set in their ways, like I'll be more
out of the box.
Yeah, I'm more out of the box. Like I will think about something and be like, it's okay. You're saying that they're more sensitive to things.
Not sensitive to the world.
No, not sensitive in the sense where they can put themselves in other people's shoes.
Okay. Ada says yes. Please, what are old things? Ada, please help me out. We're all waiting for our answer.
Sorry, can I?
Some rich parents in our society push their kids and get their children solely independent due to financial control. Buhari gotta check his statement.
We're talking about millennials.
Let me define.
Who are millennials? Entitled millennials. Do you know any?
Let me define entitlement. Okay, or the entitlement complex according to Forbes. It basically means that you believe you're owed something intrinsically. They gave an example that in millennials cases, some people from older generations believe that millennials typically ask for a salary far higher than what they are worth, or they expect a job immediately after graduating from college just because they graduated. So I feel like basically what they're saying. They're saying that millennials feel like, okay, just because I'm alive, or just because I'm this person, I only expect good things, or only expect things of a certain worth. Like, I don't really need to put in all this work. Okay, yes, I went to school already, so why aren't I getting $40,000 a year right from college? Or you know what, I
TikTok with Donald Trump.
There
I'm
we
pretty
go.
sure
I don't
it's a
think
Trump
Donald
issue.
Trump had anything.
I don't
I'm
think
pretty
it's a
sure
Trump
we had
issue.
we had this issue when Obama was president.
Well,
Like, you know, if you think about,
Because
if you
British
think
are
about,
government.
if you think about our parents, we're all Nigerian. Our parents grew up in Nigeria and everything, and at least back then, NYSC. Let's take NYSC for instance. They went to
You need to
NYSC.
define NYSC.
NYSC is National Youth Service Corps.
Yes.
Yes. So it's
It is a
a
program.
1 year. It's a 1 year program for Nigerian youth after you're done with college.
Get in line, Millennials.
After-
Thank you.
It's a 1 year program after you're done
Yes,
with
we can.
university to go and serve in a
You're not a
different.
millennial.
She's not a millennial. To go and serve.
Nika, you should tell us a few things. Because
Hi.
you're not a
Hello.
millennial.
NYSC is a 1 year program to go and serve Nigeria in a different part of the country than where you're from, and you're also gaining work experience while you were there. So there's work experience and there's also community development where you're giving back to the community where you are. Back
Okay,
then,
And she knows it because she
no, but that's what I'm
Work
saying.
experience
No, but that's what I'm
is
saying.
We
though.
did
In our
not
parents'
participate.
day,
I didn't.
I'm talking about when our parents did NYSC. When our parents did NYSC, they were guaranteed a job right after. They were working in proper government institutions, gaining proper work experience, doing all the things that NYSC was ideally created for. This was back in the day when our parents went to NYSC. Unfortunately, now it's a different case. NYSC is just, let me just do it to fulfill all righteousness so that I can have a job when I'm done with school. Not that so I can have a job, so that I can apply. Yeah, so that
They don't.
you can,
yeah,
so I
have a
can apply
choice.
for a job in Nigeria, and if I decided to go into politics later on, there's nobody that can come and tell me that I don't have NYSC certificates.
It's not
Right?
really an option. Like you can't opt out. Like you have to.
I mean,
But
you
it's
can
kind of
opt out.
like a
You can opt
requirement.
out if, like, maybe your parents own a company that you can work for at the end of the day.
No,
but that one,
actually,
they'll still-
actually, you can't opt
Yeah,
out.
you
cannot opt out.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't
you
opt out.
still
The
have
only
to
way
do
you
it.
can opt
It's
out of
mandatory.
NYSC is if you graduated undergrad after the age of 30.
Yeah,
that's
and
okay,
if you
yeah,
went, even
okay.
if you went to school in the States,
Yeah.
you still if
Yeah.
you're coming back to
To
work,
Nigeria.
you
Yeah,
still
so
have
you
to
can't
do it.
opt out of NYSC.
cannot opt out.
The only thing you
So
can do
wait,
is
so if
cushion-
you decide to go to Nigeria now,
No, I'm
She has
in
to-
it.
you have to do it like-
No, you're
You
not.
have to.
No.
You graduated
I'm above-
before. No, you
I
graduated
graduated
before
before 30 years
30.
old.
Yeah,
But the
but
issue
I
is
have been-
now NYC is almost because you can serve. I mean, you're not supposed to serve in private companies, but there are those exemptions. Like instead of going to like Kogi State, you can still be lounging in
In
Lagos.
Lagos.
You can pay people to sign your papers. Like
But
NYC
it's
has
very
become,
corrupt. There's no.
yeah, it has
point.
become lax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the purpose
What's
behind it.
The purpose behind it, anyways, is for the youth to give back and to learn and
Well, let's
get
go
work
back to
experience and all
millennials,
that.
because
let's
I
go
don't
back
think
to
people
millennials.
learn
Because
anything
millennials
from
right now in NYSC are not doing well. A lot of them, the majority of them are not really doing.
Okay,
I
so
don't think they're learning
a few
anything.
things that we have
Some articles.
some articles,
suggested.
they broke it down to the bad, what will you say, bad side
Yeah.
of being an entitled millennial, and then the good. So the bad, for those who are entitled millennials, first of all, if, as everyone's listening right now, just think to yourself, are you an entitled millennial if you're a millennial? Bad, you demand higher pay of your place of
No,
work.
before you start working.
Okay, but before you start working.
Without
so
job
like,
experience.
so when you're
Well,
in
that's
the, in the
questionable too.
Without
Sha.
job experience.
That's
wait.
questionable too.
no, but
Sha.
wait first now. I'm just
That's-
No, but let's like talk about each point that
okay.
you're going.
All right, so
yeah.
the first one, demand higher pay.
Well,
Without job experience. I just want
Yeah, but that's also questionable.
Without job experience.
Yeah, because job experience is you actually having a job and going somewhere. But if while you are
What?
job experience is working for someone else to gather knowledge of that's your job
yeah,
experience. But if you when you were in school, you had all these things, you did all these things that just because you were not in a
in a
working environment.
Say what?
Yes, that doesn't mean your accolades are taken away from you.
Oh,
That's what
no,
I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that you can apply for a job. You can tell them that I want an 80K starting job.
But this is my thing.
You graduated with engineering, don't give you the right to decide.
If you graduated with, if you're a
that you
Rhodes
need
scholar
to have
and you have all the accolades
$180,000
that
job.
demand $120,000, $150,000.
What accolades demand
Go and find your
$120,000?
If I graduated
Right
from
out of
Harvard,
high
I am not
school, right out of
asking
college.
for 60K. If I graduated from Harvard
You don't
alone,
even know
Harvard
what the
alone,
business is
woo,
going
that-
about.
It doesn't matter, Kiki. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, if you graduate
right
from
there.
somewhere, and this is all you have, these are all the check boxes you have. Just because I'm looking for a job and because I don't have work experience, quote unquote, I should go and say, okay, I'll take 30K. That doesn't work. If you're worth and you're bringing more to the table,
How
there
do
are
you
people that have been coding in undergrad since like freshman year.
But coding
and-
undergrad is,
okay,
but
okay,
I'm letting you speak to coding because that was
But people
her.
have been
area of
coding since
specialty.
undergrad, and
But you're doing a simulation in class. You're not actually
not simulation
doing.
in class.
Oh my God! Unless you go unless you have a paid internship or an internship
but
in
that's
another
what I'm
country,
trying to say
it's
about-
a simulation.
Nene, it's not, because if you're also doing coding, if you have your own
Are you
business, that
serious?
is not guaranteed. You all people know that that's not job experience.
Uchenna,
If you have your
have your own
business on the
business.
side, that's not job experience.
yeah,
That's
I
not-
understand it's
why
not
not?
guaranteed. It's not.
That's not job experience.
Technically,
Yeah, it's not job
It
experience.
is, but when you work for a bigger corporation,
It's not- they
it's
don't-
not.
I don't
They
think
don't
you need
really.
to work for a bigger
No.
corporation
When they're
for
trying to
you
hire you, right?
Yeah,
When
they
you look
don't
at your resume and
classify
you say
your personal-
self-employed,
Yeah,
it
they
doesn't
don't
really
classify
count.
it as job experience.
first
It
of
doesn't
all,
really
but
count.
some
But
of them
let's
are
agree
doing
on
coding.
that.
why are you going to go and write self-employed on your resume?
Nobody's
Because
writing
you
because you're
self-employed now.
self-employed.
You own the business.
You write the name of the company and write everything that you did.
Excuse
and all
me,
of
you're
that.
gonna
Yes.
write
but
CEO.
yes, but
Is your
yes.
name
You
not?
don't have to write CEO. You can write something.
No,
Bruh,
but
they're gonna
they're
ask you
gonna
for your
check
job
out.
qualifications.
Your
What
did you
supervisor,
do?
your all of that. All I'm trying to say is that if you have your own business, that is not classified, quote unquote, as job experience. Now, you could have had your own business for 7-8 years and amassed enough work and enough knowledge that any company that you're going to apply for would demand of that person with that type of experience 80-90K just because you did not work for something.
No.
So these are two
Okay, wait,
different things.
exactly.
No, these are two
But that's what I'm
different
trying
things. These
to
are
say.
two
No,
different
your
things.
school, where you school also
Listen.
also puts in fact, if I graduated from a junior Ivy on an Ivy League, I'm not taking 30K, never.
Why?
Because I'm not worth 30K.
Well, I'm sorry, but no,
I went to a junior Ivy.
I agree
I'm
with
not
her.
working
No,
for
but I agree with
30K.
her. I agree with her
no,
on that.
Somebody
I can't
who
see that.
has the same job qualifications but has been working in that same position for 10 years, you're not going to come off the street and make the same money.
I will make
That is
more
dumb.
than them.
I'm not
Good
saying
luck,
that.
good luck to you.
No, you
Good
cannot
luck
do
to
that.
you. Go to
That's not fair.
Nene, life is
That's
not fair.
practice.
I chose my own.
Anyone.
I chose my own decision.
Nika says you need hands-on knowledge of your job to get more money. They can't pay you more if they can't see you, if they can't see that you know that you're doing very well.
Exactly.
Which is the truth. And that's
So you'll be coding in class, and then they'll say, "Oh, it's your class coding that we're going to put you in this high position.
Because it's something.
Come and code for us." No, we've never
also
seen you code
experience.
before. You code in
If I
class.
learned,
What's
I
that?
learned from the best in the game.
See,
I'm
let me
already
tell-
light years.
Harvard.
I'm already light years.
But you did not work for
above anybody.
Microsoft.
No, it doesn't matter. Like I
So,
don't have to work for
how does that
Microsoft.
add up?
Microsoft is not my worth. Like I
Okay,
don't have
say what you
to.
want.
I don't have to work for a company that has a big name to demand big bucks if I'm worth big
They
bucks.
can't teach
That's just-
experience
Okay,
in the classroom.
now,
That's very
now,
true.
see,
That's very
now,
true,
see,
Nike.
now,
You
see.
cannot teach experience in the classroom.
Here's my own thing, and that's what I'm about to say, right? There's a difference with if, let's say, you did underground coding while you were in school just to gain all that knowledge. Let me tell you people something. You know, what you learn in school is totally different from out there in the real world.
Totally.
Yes. So you can't tell. So you
Granted.
can't tell me that just because I have a coding background or like a coding knowledge that okay, you know what? Yes, I want to apply to be a junior developer. You know,
Yeah.
right? But I can see your offerings start up 50K, but because I know that I've been able to do such a thing while I was at Harvard, I deserve 80. Do not if I were the person, I'd be like, you know what, go.
And
Okay,
you
now
have
I'm
to,
gonna
but guess
give you
what?
$80.
There are people that are going to see that type of
Because
this thing and know their worth.
Confidence.
Yes, and be like,
because
okay, let's go find
like
this
Nika
guy
has
80 because
said, because like Nika
Harvard
has
is not
said,
beans.
it's not even about school and accolades right now.
I think
that is accolades is everything.
Let her finish.
Okay,
Let
I
her
think
finish
I
what
think
she's
I
saying.
think we need to remove like the particular college that you graduate from out of it, yeah?
And
But I
like
think
Ada
that
said,
matters.
like
I
and like
think that
Ada said,
matters.
you need real world experience.
But
And that's
we
what
can't
Ada
take away
said.
from that. You
because
can't, that matters.
No, you
That
can't
matters.
take away from it now. Obviously, somebody who graduated from Harvard is going to expect more money than someone who graduated
No more
from-
money. You expect preferential employment.
Not preferential
more money.
employment. Then
Not
it's
more
talking
money.
about-
They
they're
pick
talking
you
about-
over somebody that went to another school.
Well, then
Sure.
that's
Well,
everywhere.
yes,
but
That's
not more money.
everywhere.
But that's what no.
You shouldn't expect more money.
You
I
might
can expect more money.
Then
And
why?
I
Because you just went to Harvard.
Sorry,
and-
that's-
no, but
an all-round
see, but
teaching
see, but this is
experience.
why. That's why I'm trying to take out.
But we can't
the
take out
particular.
that.
No, but that's why I'm trying to take out the particular school because what we're talking about here, yeah, is it seems as if people who are like in our age group, closer to our age, yeah, or maybe because we are older now or whatever. It seems that we got out of
Hey,
college.
Kelly White.
We got out of college. We knew that okay, if
Welcome.
you want to
Talking
you
about
want to
entitled
get
millennials.
you want to get a job, whereas people in our age group maybe would have said, okay, you know what, we'll start out with, let's say 30K, right? And someone from your own group, the exact same education, exact same experience that we have had. Like we haven't had work experience, you haven't had work experience, but you come out feeling like, no, I deserve to get paid 40K based on your own experience as a younger millennial. That's what we're talking about here. We're not talking about the particular school that you're going to. And what we're trying to decide here, what we're trying to decipher is why people in your age group seem to think that they are entitled to more just because, life.
Let
Okay.
me read
Ah,
Nika. Hold on.
okay,
Let me read
okay,
Nika's.
okay.
Nika says, I don't want a Dr. Wright out of med school operating on me until he has several operations under his belt.
No experience. So okay, job experience obviously plays a big part in how much money that you're entitled to or whatever. But like I said, what we're trying to discuss
Read
here.
it.
Yes, no, I'm going to read this one because now
No,
we are
the
on
doctor
time.
No
What we are
experience
trying
doesn't
to-
make him less of a doctor.
No, it
I'm just
doesn't. But
saying.
what we're trying to discuss
Makes
here
him a
is
doctor with
why
experience.
millennials feel that they are owed anything in particular.
I don't think we feel like we are old as much as we feel like if we check all the dotted lines and we check all the boxes and this is what the box, when you check all the boxes, this is what the box says. And when we do not get there, I think there is a sense of frustration, like and then it can come out as entitlement, but I think there's a sense of frustration, like why did we not get this
Right.
output when we did all the right things?
Right.
But
But then,
you
and see,
check all the
remember,
boxes.
was it you I was telling? Our
We've
auntie,
checked all the boxes.
our auntie visited last week, and her friend came to visit as well, and I overheard her saying that she has tried to instill in her children. I think her children are like 20 years old, around that age group, and she has tried to instill in them, like, listen, just because you do the right thing does not mean that you're going to get all of these accolades or going to get all of these things. Like, this is just life. Yes, so we pray for good things.
Talking
We
about
pray for
entitlement, entitled millennials.
we pray for good things. We pray for you to get this fabulous job. We pray for all of this, but just because you have done everything on the dotted line, just because you have followed this particular track, does not necessarily mean that all of this is going to come to you. That's what she has tried to instill, and I think I think that's what a lot of millennials have missed the mark on, because like you just said, it's like we have done this, so we should be getting this.
Okay, so
You guys online, what do you guys think about this topic?
I also wonder, like, if it's, I'm not saying to blame our parents, but like, let's take college for it.
Wait, let's get the pop sugar.
Okay. Pop Sugar did a survey. Is your generation entitled? And this is just fun because their answer, like, is going to match with where you're coming from and where we're coming from, or maybe where I'm coming from. Okay.
Older folks.
Oh, hush your mouth. If we look at college students between the early 1980s, the boomers, and the 1990s, which is y'all's.
No, we're 90s.
Where were you born?
You were born in the 80s.
You were born in the
80s.
But they're saying college students between the early 1980s.
Okay,
that's when the 80s. That's when the boomers graduated from college.
Okay,
It
wait,
was in
into the 90s and through millennials to about 2009. So pretty much like they covered everybody, right?
Yes.
There was a steady increase in narcissistic personality trait. I said that word.
Yes.
Yes, you did.
Exactly.
Narcissistic.
I said it. Personality traits. Those traits include a lack of empathy, need for admiration, and sense of grandiosity by their own description, not by anybody else's. This is exactly what Uchenna is talking about.
If I had long hair, I could flick my weaves on about say what now?
So, I mean, you can even see that it's been increasing because, like now, you know, if when I use you guys' age group, right?
I'll stand for.
With you guys' age group, I have noticed the big difference. It's like now, like in you guys' group, you're definitely, you know. I mean, even I want to use the word more enticed, I just need to break it down. But it's like you guys, like we had said before, you guys are more out there, and by being more out there, you think you know what it is.
Well, I do think.
No, wait.
I'm not going to. That's going to different. Yeah, I think we
guys
do
are IT
know.
Yeah, IT
I think we know. We feel like there are just some issues that we know better. But there are also some situations that we need guidance, and we do not like to take guidance.
Okay, and this is one bad trait that the survey said. Y'all want special privileges on different things, right? And you guys act selfishly.
And they break the rules.
And you guys break the rules.
Well, guess what though? I don't think there's anything too wrong.
We're peacocks. You gotta let us fly.
There might not be anything wrong with breaking rules.
There's
a line.
There's a line, yes. There's a fine line.
Stillwaters, since when we have been kids, a stickler for the law. She doesn't.
Because I believe that the law prohibits chaos.
No, I think we can dance around. We can dance around
There's
the
organized
line.
chaos.
And that says they do bring a different flavor to the workplace, and that I will agree with. You know, that's not
another person.
Okay, and then
That's all about the
good things, right? The goods of an entitled millennial. You guys, strong drive for achievement.
Yes.
That one is true. I would agree with that. Okay, now this
Actually,
one.
can I say something about that one? Wait.
Okay.
I think that it's there, but I think that we also had it. But the difference between us and them is they're louder.
Okay.
That's the difference. We fight hard to
work few of
and
them.
provide. No, the people in this, at least my age, we work hard to provide. We love what we do, but the thing about it is that we take a lot of mess from a lot of people. But you guys refuse
They won't take any mess.
to take the mess. That's the only reason why I say, because I think that one for the entire millennial generation is right. But the difference is, you guys are louder. You're just like, no, I'm out, boo.
Yeah.
Going to find, who gonna check me, boo?
Nobody.
Nika said
Going to find another job in
a lot of
2.5
men
seconds.
don't value hard work, and then that will now come up to the second one, which, you know, in a sense might be a good thing too, because it says they hold out for something better, and that's true, because you can have, and you know,
They do think though that they don't value hard work, or that they would prefer smarter work. Like if I don't have to work this hard,
What's
for
not
this,
hard?
yeah.
Buhari, aka
If you don't work, if you don't have
High
to
memories,
put
my
in,
essay.
if you don't have to put this much work into getting this, then why do it? If I can do it with the barest minimum, then why not?
Because it's LAZY.
No,
It's
I don't
not
think
lazy.
it's lazy. I
It's
think
called smarter working.
I think hard
That's
work
what
for the
called
older
LAZY.
generation is almost when you can see the sweat, you can see the this, you can see the that, you can see it on your
Now
body,
we're really
everything.
struggling.
No,
But
because they did not
Wait,
have
wait,
the
wait,
technology.
no, wait,
They
they
didn't
have
have
it,
the
they have it,
technology.
they have
but hard work for us is glamorous. Like we still don't. We're gonna work hard, but we're still gonna look flat.
No, but you
we
guys.
don't look flat.
No, but you guys have the technology.
And it's not about
Thank God,
technology.
it is.
I can work a 24-hour shift and come back and say where the party at. Like
I
We are
think
that
design says a recession will change those attitudes fast.
Yeah, real
And
quick.
I agree.
Real quick.
No, but
I agree.
I think no,
you guys don't want
but
the
I
bakery.
know. No, I think
I've told
no,
you.
hang on. I think that is what is happening in Nigeria, and that's why you can say. That's why I can confidently say that a lot of Nigerian youths are not lazy.
But I have Nigerian youth that are friends that are making millions.
I'm not talking about the millions here. I'm not talking about but hang on. I'm not talking about millions here or I'm not talking about millions here or money here. Yeah, the recession hit
Technology
Nigeria
has made people
hard.
lazy.
Yeah.
Nigeria has been hit hard by recession. What?
So, yeah,
2 years ago,
Yeah.
the naira crashed so much that everyone was like, okay, listen, nobody is hiring. People that are hiring are laying off people. We need to do what we can to get ahead. So that's why a lot of Nigerian youths are not lazy because they have to work somehow. They have
You know how hard it is to be a Nigerian?
You guys,
but
these are all
something.
sentiments. Nigeria has no technology, so we have to work either way. Please.
And then
No,
the
I
technology has helped a lot of
I
people in
don't-
Nigeria.
Nigeria doesn't have technology enough to carry all of us.
Okay,
But you guys are missing my point though. You're missing my point. Like she just said here, recession will change your attitude of being lazy or being entitled. The people who are, do you know how many creatives are in Nigeria right now?
Yeah.
There's so many creative young people because you know what? We've come out of school, there are no jobs, there's nothing. We don't have any handouts. So you know what? We will create our own jobs. We will create
And that's what I'm trying to tell you people, that brick and mortar works in Nigeria because there's no technology. They don't have a choice. There's no
But they have
infrastructure.
technology.
No, are you serious? Like America, that's a developed country.
We are
that
not.
you
I'm sorry.
I think that's
you cannot do that.
No, I think
Sorry,
that's
not enough.
already.
No, not enough to carry the entire country. They don't have. So guess what? Your educated self that came from the United States, or you went to lag, you have the opportunity to do that. But guess what? Abu Dhabi in the village has to do manual labor to make it where they need to make it.
And guess what? She's going to use that manual labor to make her millions.
Down the street doesn't have to do manual labor because guess what? In America, technology works. You can get ahead by technology. In Nigeria, brick and mortar is what makes it.
Yeah, but then I feel like
you don't have a
that's
choice
for
but to do brick and mortar.
I think that's for.
And that said, eventually they'll learn that hard work is everything. Definition of
I think
hard
we have hard work. I don't think
we have technology. We don't have electricity.
Exactly. Let me tell you,
That's technology right there.
But the other thing about things that I feel like for the older generation, you feel like hard work is when we look ragged. Like we have
No,
to.
nobody said that.
No, but I feel like that's where it's always
Okay, you're
comes
talking
from.
about baby boomers, right?
No, but I feel like people your age will look at us and be like, oh, these ones are complacent. This one, not you guys, but I think like for the most part, people are gonna look at us and be like, oh, we're lazy. We don't do this. We don't do that. We sit down on the computer and we're making our money. We do this. We do that. Like I feel like that's our generation.
But a
so
lot
why
of
don't
people
we
are sitting
use
on the
it?
computer making a bunch of money.
Yeah, like
I just feel like
There's a girl that I know who does not have a job, but she's bagging clients every other week,
And
based on what she has learned on Google.
But here's the thing,
You
this
cannot
is what
go and
people
say-
are saying about millennials. This is what they're saying. That if tomorrow, Instagram is gone, Facebook is gone.
But it's not gonna go.
No, hold up.
Just
All these things you do not have. Guess what? You know what's funny about this? I was watching CNN 10 and watched CNN 10 in my class for all the kids. There is actually a study out there that says that at some point technology, when it's going to crash because of the rate at which we're going, and people are going to be able to take down entire countries because of how fast technology is going.
Yeah,
So
but
guess
you
what?
also
My
have to
hypothetical
understand
situation.
that-
Hold on. My hypothetical situation is not very far-fetched. However, the problem that people are saying that you guys are lazy, or we as millennial generation are lazy, is because we depend too much on these technological devices, which at the end of the day, they had to go and sit down in somebody's office for like 2 hours, be like, here are my qualifications, this is what I can do, this is what I can do, which I'm not saying you don't have to do, but what I'm saying is they are saying that we need to have both sides of the coin. You guys are heavily dependent on only one side.
Yeah, but
and if it crashes, it's over.
Don't ever, you people have counted us out. Don't ever think that if you take away our gadgets, that we're not going to find a lucrative way, brick and mortar way to make our money.
I don't know how they work.
I think we are actually
talking about there's no Instagram.
What we want, the life that we want to be glamorous and all of that, what we want will never lead us into poverty. That's what people need to understand.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say.
That one thing I would say.
Gucci bags are not going to buy them.
You're gonna knock on people
Because here's what I'm going to say about what I would say about that generation, right? Yes, there's different, or like there are different kinds. Like if we use our word and say the older millennials, right? The older millennials or whatever, he got the, I guess the safe way. How everyone started, you finish your school, you get a job, and that's how you turn to rise or climb. Now these guys are money chasers. No matter ways, they are going to they are going
you do it all the time.
They are going to with our hands. We're Nigerians. They are going to do whatever it takes to get ahead, and that's them. And like you said, and one thing that they love this glamorous life, and that's one thing with them. And to me, it's like
Memories by Essay says, listen, when technology crashes or whatever, it will be on to the next one. The difference with our generation is that we are willing to think outside the box. We are not as dependent on our degrees. We are dynamic and willing to find new ways to make ends meet. And I agree.
And that's what I'm just
saying. And that's okay until you decide to work for corporations. But guess what? People who own corporations are baby boomers.
No, but corporations, let me tell you about it.
There are lots of money.
They have.
And there are lots of money there. No, that's why you guys know. That's why you guys are pushing to do your own thing.
1 minute left.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, well. So
he didn't even get halfway to what we wanted to talk about. Oh wow.
Well, but yeah, that was great.
But to her point, which is what I said. They would do all what they will. I mean, they will do it. So
yeah. In 2 weeks, activities. Thank you guys for coming on.
Oh my gosh, that was nice.
Time has gone by.
Oh my gosh.
We might have to have part 2 next week.
So
I think we're coming back next week to finish
one key thing that I wrote down, which we actually all agree. Everyone thinks millennials are entitled, even millennials.
That's for sure.
So
if you guys want to continue this discussion next week, you might be able to do that. Just let us know.
Oh, thank you. Memories by to say you look fab, ladies. Thank you.
Come back next week. We'll finish this conversation next week.
Have a wonderful week, guys. Somebody you love.
Bye.
Bye, guys.